Hi folks, it's Friday, the 28th of April, and we're back at the rental, the anti rental. Just thought I'd show you what's been happening since I was here Monday. Monday was the last video you saw of this place. Been a lot going on actually. This one, scheduling's all just kind of fallen right together. Remember the painter got postponed one day. He came Tuesday. And he finished yesterday. Early yesterday. They weren't here very long, more than an hour or two. They were real happy. I spent the rest of that day that I did the last video was I got here in the afternoon, like 12:30, 1 o'clock. I spent the rest of that afternoon taking blinds down, taking light fixtures down, taking plug plates and switch plates off. So when the painter got here, it was all ready for them to go to work. They were real happy about that. I guess that's something they usually do. I'm kind of old school, so when I give them a place to paint, I pretty much get it ready for them to come and paint. All they got to do is come and do their work. I don't have to do any prep, as far as taking things apart or undoing stuff ahead of painting. I pretty much give them that, I do that preparation for them. Took the grills off of the furnaces. Now you see what's going on here? That's one thing I'm going to change. I had the base going around the bottom of the grill because I was a little concerned about heat on the carpet coming out of the furnace. And what I found was it looked to me like the furnace was running a little hot since I had blocked off that air supply at the bottom of the furnace. There's an air supply coming up from underneath the crawl space. There's a grill in between the studs where it can get combustion air from the crawl space. But it does not get much air coming up under the grill, because you see the grill hangs out from the wall there. If I leave that open, the grill hangs out from the wall almost 4 inches. So it does that on both sides. This is a double-sided furnace. Does it on this side too. And you can see there where the floor was patched, where there used to be a floor furnace right there. So at any rate, what I'm doing at this point is making that base run right across, straight across the wall. I prepared this side yesterday when I was removing the tack strip and the pad. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side and run that base straight across so it can get air out of this room, as well as from the bottom of the furnace, as well as the air from the crawl space. I also noticed that screen that I put there to keep rodents and whatever from coming up from underneath, if there any got under there, that screen gets covered in dust. So that needs to be maintained as well to make sure there's airflow through there. But anyway, this is what's been happening. The painters have been here 2 and a piece days. They were here Tuesday, Wednesday. Like I said, they finished yesterday morning. They'll come back after the floor is done. If there's any touch-ups necessary on the base, they'll come back and deal with that. That's a pretty normal thing. You notice here there's a patch in the floor. The other side of that wall is the bathroom wall, and prior to the last update, that the water got into the wall and got into the floor, so I had to come and redo the bathroom, which meant I had to repair some structural framing in the floor, and that's why that patch is there. So obviously the floor guy comes and refinishes the floor. He's going to have to fill that back in with hardwood. That's what you're looking at there is a piece of particle board that's roughly 1/4 of an inch thick, equals the thickness of the hardwood. That'll get replaced with hardwood floor, and when they patch that in, you won't know that it was ever missing. So I did this yesterday afternoon. I spent another half a day here yesterday, taking up the pad. The carpet was all gone prior to the painters coming here. I did that same Monday afternoon. I removed the carpet in the whole unit, put it out in the garage. So yesterday I came in the afternoon again when I found out the painters were done. I came in the afternoon again and I removed the tack strip and all of the staples and the pad in these 2 bedrooms and that little connecting hall. Today I'm going to finish that. The floor guy is supposed to be coming tomorrow to start his work. So as I say, this particular interim between tenant thing, the scheduling is going great. I called the guys up a couple of weeks ago, the painter and the floor guy, and told them that I was going to be doing this. And as it turns out, their schedule looked great for them coming to do their work here. So today I'm going to finish this. I'm going to get rid of the pad in here and probably 200 staples, if not more. You see here on all these seams, there's a staple. Oh, I don't know, every 6 inches, if not sometimes closer. You can see here. So when you pull the pad up, the staples don't come with it. It breaks the pad. The pad is foam rubber with a kind of a netting across the top. And when you pull the pad up, you get the pad, but you don't get the staples. You got to do those with a staple remover, one at a time. Kind of hard on the wrist, especially for somebody that's had carpal tunnel issues in the past and never operated on it, only treated it with cortisone. So as I say, it's not a fun thing to do, but it's something that comes under the responsibility of the landlord. You either have it done or you do it yourself. And as I say, the painter decided, the floor guy decided he was able to start tomorrow. So it's like, well, either get this out of his way or he can't start tomorrow. And there's no time to get somebody else. I wanted someone else to come and help, but they're not available until tomorrow. So here we are. That's like I said, that's one of those negative sides. Like I said, that responsibilities that comes with being in this place. All right, so much for that. Talk to you later. I'll show you more when there's more to show. I'm really happy with the result I got here from the painter. It looks really good. They did a nice job, nice and tight and clean and neat. Smells real good. Okay, so this is what you're left with when you remove the pad. See the staples? Every one of those yellow things is a piece of the pad that's caught under the staples. There's undoubtedly hundreds of them here. And obviously you're left with the tack strip all around the edge. That has to go away too. Alright, so anyway, see over here where there was pieces of pad on all the edges. See if I can get better light going here. All the edges, they staple. I think the carpet guys, some of them go nuts with that stapler. And it varies from installer to installer. They say some of them really go nuts with the staple gun. So this is the next step. Get rid of all of the staples and pull up the tack strip. The floor guys refinish this. They come and they sand this down, and the holes that are left from the staples and the tacks that nail down the tack strip get filled. They smear on a filler over the entire floor, a colored filler over the entire floor. The color kind of mimics the grain color in the oak. So they smear, it's called goop on. What these guys around here use anyway. I don't know if there's other stuff. They smear the entire floor with it, let it dry, and then do one final fine sanding. So all those holes get filled with that goop on stuff, and all the, any spaces that are between the wood, the pieces and stuff, they get filled with that goop on stuff. So the nail holes from the tack strip and the little holes from the staples all get filled at that time. So anyway, I'll show you more when there's more to show. Maybe I can get in the middle of the floor operation, the refinishing operation. If nothing else, I'll show it to you when it's done. All right, later, bye. Okay, well, it's 3:53. It's almost 4 o'clock. And we're done for today. You see, Tack strip is all gone. Staples are all gone. Got rid of the the plywood that was in there to fill the void under the carpet. Put the base going past the space where the grill goes. So now the grill will hang out and suck air up for combustion. Same thing on that side. Okay. Patch that a little bit. When I took the grill off, it was caulked to the wall. And I pulled a bunch of paint and a little piece of tape. There's a joint right there, I guess, a sheetrock joint right there. And the painters painted it, but they didn't fill it. So I just did that. They're going to come back and touch up if I don't do it before then. So anyway, yeah, you see the plywood got removed from there too. Filler got removed from there, so now the hardwood can go back in that space. And little patch that was right there in the closet where you see the black felt paper. So essentially, it is ready for the floor guide tomorrow. Okay. Surprised it's as early as it is. I thought it was later. I haven't been looking at the clock. Thought it was closer to 5 than 4. But anyway, that's it for today. We are done for today. Talk to you next time. Thanks for what variety of the oak is for the pattern